Runk.
Yeah, dude, we got the new episode of Congratulations. Hot off the presses, the new episode of Congratulations. Yes, dude. There we are. And let me thank you guys first. Thank you. I went through on my special and I looked at some of the comments that you guys left, and it seems that there are so many stories to tell, and I deeply appreciate you guys taking the time to write them. I try to read them. I don't normally try to read comments on Instagram, or definitely not TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever. But this special is very important to me. I know I just kind of released it on YouTube, and a lot of those comments really, honestly, they strike a chord in me. Like they keep me going. I know it sounds so, however it sounds, but it's true. It makes me feel. I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for you guys that took the time out to do that, and even to watch the show. And if you did watch it and you liked it and helped the algorithm and shared it, then thank you very much. It's called Grow or Die on YouTube. If you haven't yet, go check it out. And that's what's going on. I have dates coming up in Casper, Wyoming. I have 2 shows in Casper, Wyoming. Where is it? Then I have Cheyenne, Wyoming. Been there, going again. Then I got Denver, Colorado. Been there a bunch of times, going again. New York, been there a bunch of times, going again. Boston, Massachusetts, Savannah, Georgia. I just added St. Louis, which is cool. So I'll be there too. I'm doing a club there because I'm going to post up with the fam. I think we're going because Kristen went to college there. And then Dania, Florida. I just got a bunch of dates. There's some Canadian dates in there. I love adding dates, dude. I'm crazy. I have OCD, and it's why I am who I am. Oh, okay, but it's not. It's the OCD monster. But I, sometimes flights are the same length as they were before, and for some reason they're just longer. And I get upset because flights, come on, dude. You didn't feel this long last time. Now, I don't, my mom used to always be like, one of the things in my childhood was whenever we came back from a place, I'd be like, how come it seems shorter on the way back? And my mom would always say, it always seems shorter on the way back. And okay, but not necessarily when it comes to planes, because I went from tell them we're starting. I went from LAX to Rhode Island. Okay, then I drove to Portland, Maine, which is 2 hours away from Rhode Island, and then so I was there, and then I flew back from Portland, Maine, to LAX, and why was it so much longer? It wasn't the 2-hour drive that did it. I was, it's so, I got to tell you, in my career, I have had a number of run-ins. Does that sound negative, run-ins? It's not negative. I just mean, I have bumped into other comedians on the road a bunch. It's always kind of interesting when it happens. I guess it's weird that it happens so much, but I wouldn't even say it's weird because we're all always traveling. There's about 100 of us, and you're gonna run into, Orny Adams. You're just gonna, and I did 3 weeks ago, and it was nice to see him. But last week I was in Portland, Maine, which is not the comedy hub, okay? It's a very, I would say, well, it's very liberal. I mean, there's so many flags. Hey guys, I think I'm just basically at the point where I'm not right wing, left wing. I'm not even center. Just stop with the flags. I don't want flags around. Just even I don't care any flags. If you have to wave a flag, it's the year at latest 1940 something. Even 1950 on, like that should have been phased out. All flags, right? Like I get it from the beginning of when you had a castle, you had to have a flag, right? If you're in, if you were a family in Ireland and you needed to, plant roots, you'd be like, we are the Smiths. We're the O'Malleys up here, and we fly the O'Malley flag, so you know when you see us on horseback from far away. So you stop here if you want to be with the O'Malleys. You heard we're friendly, but do not cross us. Whatever it is. You got a flag with a pint of Guinness on it. And then. As it got to be the Industrial Revolution, okay, because then it started to matter, like, what country you were in. Like, oh, yeah, you hear America? America's got the land of opportunity. So you fly the American flag. Okay, great. And there was World War II, so you had to have a flag, right? So everyone knew to shoot you or not. But, dude, it's 2025, okay? Hey, the people who wave the flags are often the people that say everyone's equal. If everyone's equal, he don't need a flag. Doesn't matter what part group you're in, okay? And I know, dude. I know. There are people who will hear this and be like, Chris D'Elia is coming from a place of privilege. And to them, I say, eat my dick. I don't care, right? I don't care. It's just everyone's got, everyone wants to feel a part of something, huh? Interesting. They really do. But anyway, there's a lot of flags in Portland, Maine. Mostly the LGBTQ. Actually, I think they're trying to take the T out of it. They're trying to take trans out of the LGBTQ now. I think that's what they're trying to do, which is so weird because it's like, they were so part of it, and now it's like, now they're not. So it's like, okay, so then we're the people that said that that is bullshit. Were they right all along? I don't know. And I'm not saying anything about whether or not you believe in that. I don't care about that either. But I'm just saying it's weird how things change willy-nilly, huh? With the times. They just change. For no reason and for every reason. So I'm in Portland, Maine. I'm in a coffee shop in Portland, Maine, which is just such a thing, just a real coffee shop with good coffee, with just people that work there that you'd be like, oh God, if we ever got stranded on an island, I would have to eat that person, and they would not even be able to put up a fight. At best, I'd get tangled up in their beard, but no, I won't. I'll just instead fucking house them and eat the shit out of them, right? Oh, we're stuck in an island, and they'd be like, oh no, what do we do? How do we get, maybe we can, and by the time they're saying that, I'm chomping on their leg. Anyway, I'm there, and I'm with Denny, the guy who comes on, who features for me, and I'm with Sam, the camera, my guy who shoots everything. And Denny's like, dude, that's Carlos Mencia. Now, maybe I'm racist, but I go into, like, first of all, we're in Portland, Maine. And Denny, I go, well, there's no way Carlos Mencia is just in a coffee shop in Portland, Maine, okay? And then Denny, and I go, well, Denny's, because sometimes it's, and maybe this means I'm racist, I don't know, but sometimes it's harder for one race to recognize people from another race. So in my head, the first thing I think of is, oh, it's probably a black guy who just sees it like a Mexican guy. You know what I mean? Which is maybe racist. But I got to be honest. If you genuinely stuck to your guns and told me a picture of Jet Li was the guy from Fast and the Furious, I would eventually be like, yeah, maybe it is that guy, right? And I'm just saying, it's not that I'm racist. It's hard when you're one race and you have to delineate faces from a different race. So that's what I think of right away. And I don't even turn around to look because I know Denny's wrong. Okay? And he's like, nah, man, I really think that's him. And I go, bro, it's Portland, Maine. I was like the guy from Police Academy where the person's just like, Proctor? He's like, not now, damn it. Excuse me, Lieutenant, not now. I'm in the middle of something. And there's like a huge pile of dog shit just getting like tipped on him, and he's just, not now, I'm in the middle of it. Like the Proctor wouldn't just be like, there's dog shit. Do you know what I'm even saying? And so I'm like, all right, bro, now I can't wait to turn around because I can't wait for you to be wrong. I turn around and it's fucking Carlos Mencia. And I go, holy shit, what are you doing here? And he's like, hey, man, we talk a little bit. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing the shows over here. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Where are you playing? I'm like, here, yeah, a little conversation. And I go, that's really wild. And we were, for the rest of like a few more minutes, we were like, yo, how crazy is being a comedian? You just see another comedian. You think you're alone in Portland, Maine. And you see, and you're like, okay, go, whatever. So all good. So that happened, right? Did the show. The next day, I'm at the airport, okay, in Detroit, and just waiting for my flight because I connected. Mark Maron rolls up, okay? And he says, D'Elia. And I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on? And we start talking. All right, cool. Hey, chat here and there. All right, see you on the flight, whatever, his camp goes, my camp, we're in a different way. And then Mark, no, as I'm talking to Mark, he says, oh, look, it's Mark Curry. And he points, and Mark Curry's walking up, who's a really tall dude, and he's a comedian, and he's been around forever. But and so I'm like, well, this is crazy. I saw Mencia, I saw Mark Maron, and Mark Curry. This is insane, like so weird. Then I get on the plane, I sit, and my seat is next to Mark. to Mark Maron, and I go, yo, my seat's right there. He says, no, are you kidding me? I say, yeah, and it was fun. We chatted and whatever. It was great. We were talking about the movies we were watching, and we actually talked a bunch. But and we get off the plane. I go, good to see you. Good to talk to you, Sierra. And then I go to baggage claim, and I'm not bullshitting, dude. Denny looks behind me and he says, hey, man, that looks like Carrot Top. And I say, well, it's not Carrot Top. And he says, I don't know, man. He says, Carrot Top buff? And I go, yeah. I look around about 50 feet away. No, a little more. 50, 60 feet away. No, more. 80 feet away is fucking Carrot Top, okay, at baggage claim. Just standing, dude, with a tank top on, okay? And I go, fuck, I said, God damn it, that is Carrot Top. And here's the thing. One thing you know for sure is if you see Carrot Top or not. You don't ever go, so I should have known when Denny said that, but then again, I did that thing, and I should have given credit for the Carlos Mencia thing. I should have given credit for he could tell it was Carlos Mencia. He will definitely be able to tell his Carrot Top. But I didn't. I go, it's probably just an old white guy with like crazy hair. I turn around, lo and behold, it's Carrot Top, okay? And then I do this thing But so I'm sure I see him from 80 feet away. You can tell it's Carrot. Like there's no way. It would be like you would be sure if you saw Mickey Mouse. Oh yeah, you're never like you'd never be like, is that Mickey Mouse or Paul? You'd be like, no, it's the fucking mouse. He's very recognizable. I mean, his hair was insane. It was up because he was like obviously from some flight. It looked like he got shot in the back of the head. And I'm like, I'm gonna go say hi to fucking Carrot Top. I'm on a roll with these meeting comedians out on the road here. So I walk up and I say, hey, bud. And he looks up to me. And now I realize, oh shit. Carrot Top is mega successful. He's a killer at what he does. He's got a residency in Vegas. He's very funny, and he is out of the game. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in that's the goal way, right? Like Seinfeld's out of the game. Tim Allen's out of the game. Out of the game, like you're not gonna run into him at fucking Dynasty typewriter. You know what I'm talking about? You're not gonna be like, who am I on after at the fucking bourbon room? And they're gonna be like, yeah, Carrot Top's gonna do 20 for no dollars, and then you're gonna go up. He's out of it. So as I'm saying hi to Carrot Top, he looks at me and he says, he says, hey, and I realize, oh shit. Not only did we not meet before, he's not going to even know who I am. Okay? So he sees me and I go, oh fuck. Now I got to say, hey, Carrot Top. I can't be like, yo, what's up? Were you on the road too? I got to be like, oh, hey, Carrot Top. I'm actually a comedian. My name is Chris, and I just wanted to say hi. So immediate bitch mode. Immediate bitch mode. To a dude that's worth like $80 million. Just wearing a tank top and purple hair now, I think he has. Just bitch mode, dude. Okay? I went so bitch. So I say, hey, and he looks at me and I say, oh, hey, Carrot Top, hey, I'm Chris, I'm a comedian. And then he says to me, bro, this is the most, I'm 45. This is the most 45 I've ever been, okay? And I hate when this happens. I do this sometimes, and I tell you what, if there were 5 things I could change about me, this would be number 2. But I can't do it because of my brain, okay? He looks at me and he says, yeah, we met before. Dude, the kind of fucking asshole that forgets that he met Carrot Top is a specific demonic asshole. And now, 2 things could only be happening. Either I'm a piece of shit and don't remember meeting the most memorable guy in my profession, or I'm pretending I'm too cool. Cyanide. Shoot me. Okay? So now I'm like, oh, fuck. Did we? Oh, yeah. You know what? Maybe we did. Now I'm like backtracking. And he was like, what's up, man? How's it going? Where were you? And we were talking a little bit. And then I was like, it's so crazy. I ran into this weekend. You know, we all run into each other, but this weekend's been crazy. I mentioned all the comics. He says, wow. He said, you met all those guys, and now you get to see Carrot Top. And we start laughing. I said, yeah, well, hey, you're the headliner, dude. And now I just got to go home. And he laughed, and it all worked out nicely. But dude, I hated myself for that. Not hate is a strong word, but I'm like, dude, I did that with, who else did I do that with? Dax Shepard. when the person is more famous than you and you do that, you suck. And I did that. And I did it to Dax Shepard and I did it to Carrot Top, the two most famous guys in the world. Okay? And I'm so mad I did that. I did it to Dax on his podcast, I believe. Anyway, that's a star-studded episode, dude. But I don't want to be. Oh no, dude! I did it to Ray Romano, dude. I suck, dude. Wow, I'm literally like the gall of me. I hope truly I never do this again. I was at the Comedy Cellar and Ray Romano was there, and they're like, "You want to say hi to Ray?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to." I say, "Oh hey Ray, how's it going? I'm Chris. It's really nice to meet you." He's like, "Yeah, we met." You know what? It must be. Because I respect the shit out of them. So it must be. I have a low opinion of myself. It must be that. It has to be that. Oh, they're not going to know me. I never met them. Why would they meet me? It must be that. It must be that. Dude, that is incredible. That's like when I went to this was my favorite, and this was the goal, dude. Larry David is the shit. When he was at the Laugh Factory, I was like, I want to meet Larry David. So I walked up to Larry David, and I go, "Yo, Larry." I think I was with Jamie Masada, but I was like the owner of the Laugh Factory, and I was like, "Yo, Larry, hey, I just wanted to meet you, man. I think you're great." And he was like, "Oh yeah," I said, and then Jamie said, "Yeah, you're both comedians," and Larry David said, "Oh yeah, you are." And I was like, dude. That is, I already had like 3 Netflix specials, and dude, when I tell you, I want to get so successful that I fucking don't know anybody. That was when I was like, oh, this guy's actually my hero. That's great. To not know is so dope. You are out of the game. You are out of the game. Because there's different levels of it, right? When I was coming up, I don't know, we're talking about all this stuff, but when I was coming up, I would, and people would comment online, and who the hell is this? You know, if I was making fun of something, like, and who are you? You know how they do that to like people? I would go, well, you're the dork for not knowing who I am. I'm cool, you know? Oh, you just exposed how not with it you are. I'm awesome. All right. And that would be how I would feel. You know, my parents made me feel really good when I was a kid, you know. And that's what it led to, you know. But when Larry David did that, I was like, that's the goal, though. The extra goal is to simply, it's not, if you don't know somebody, there's a level of, it's not cool. It's the coolest because I just do what I do. And you don't exist. That is so dope. Interesting. You know, this podcast takes shapes in all different forms. And, you know, right now it's the nostalgia coming up, star-studded one, you know? Anyway, I saw too many comedians this past week, and for not being at comedy clubs is crazy. I saw the movie Juror #2, and I saw it because I heard it's bad, okay? And then I watched it. This has been happening to me lately. I watch it. It wasn't that bad, okay? And yes, it was a little bit by the numbers and a little bit not. It should have been more tense. Whatever, though. You know what I mean? I'm on a plane. There's great plane movies, by the way. Gladiator 2, another one. Saw it on the plane. It rips on the plane. Denzel Washington has achieved being bad and 100% watchable in that movie. I mean, he is, bro, in Gladiator 2, You know how in Gladiator 2 everyone talks like this, even though it was back, they should be speaking in like Latin or some shit or whatever the fuck, but you know. Yes, but they all just speak in accents like this. Denzel shows up and he's just like, "What's up?" No accent. Didn't do anything except for 100% be Denzel. You know? I'm surprised he didn't get shot in the movie and then go like this. But like, it's unbelievable how Denzel he is, and he's gay in it. I'm pretty sure, right? He plays a gay. Well, they're all gay back then, you know? They're so gay back then. It wasn't even gay. It was like partying. It was like you know, they had a like totally, you know, I'm talking about before, like there's like if I had back then, if I had a kingdom or whatever you want to call it, right? And not even if I was the king. Yeah, if I was the king, I would have a town homosexual, and what he would do is be the guy that everyone had to fuck if their wife couldn't fulfill their duties. You know, this way, it's like, yeah, you can cheat, but you got to use the town homosexual. So that would be gangster, and I think that they do that still in some tribes nowadays. But really, if you have a town homosexual, the whole town's homosexual. You know what I mean? But because that's just, you're all, you know, all right, I'll do it. Where's my wife? I'll use the town homosexual. I heard that there was a tribe that does that in the world now, and that's just, they're a gay tribe, I guess, and that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, Denzel is just, I mean, it was tremendous. Bad and watchable. That's also the goal, dude. Fuck. It's the goal. The goal. There's so many goals in life. To be at the level where you can be bad and watchable is fantastic. Nicolas Cage shits on that level. Okay? Al Pacino, Denzel, they shit on that level. They shit on that level. A director comes and is like, oh, I'm going to really direct the shit out of Al Pacino. And Al Pacino goes, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not. And the director goes, oh. Sit down, young boy. Ooh, let's make my character a man of the cloth. And he's not even. Hello, clergyman. Just saying shit. And dude, it's just fantastic. Denzel only acts now in things where the character is constantly thinking, fuck you, to whoever he's talking to. It's great. But shout out to Bad and Watchable in there. Anyway, juror number 2, it's boring, but it's fine. It's good. It's fine. It's not bad. It is what it is, you know. Clint Eastwood's just making movies. He does, what the fuck? He's not, what is he, 90, 100? Dude, it's just, at what age? I am so grateful that these people still exist. They're out there just still making movies and not giving a fuck. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I want to do what I want. Why not? Like, Clint Eastwood just makes Gran Torino, you know? Like, what even was that about? Who saw it? I know it won awards, but like, you're telling me over 25 people saw that? Gran Torino. Dude, I was on the airplane and I was coming back and everyone on the flight goes, oh, and I almost dookied myself. And then I looked up and everyone was watching the Masters. I got mad. I got so mad. And nobody apologized to me. Hey, dude, if you're watching the Masters on a plane and then you go, oh, and everyone else goes, whoa, you don't look around afterwards, period. But then also notice maybe somebody's watching juror number 2 and is scared shitless. I thought someone was hijacking us, but really, Rory closed it out or whatever the fuck. I mean, dude, it scared the living shit out of me. The all-female crew on Blue Origin NS-31 mission included pop star Katy Perry, journalist Gayle King, former NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bowe. That's probably who I thought was Doechii. I'm racist. Fuck. God. See, I told you it happens. I thought that was Doechii. Hey, happy birthday to Sophie. Love, Michael, and Maple. Go to holler.baby/Chris D'Elia if you want to purchase a shout-out or mini ad on this podcast. Check out Walklog. That's WALKJ. Check out Walk Jog. That's you know what? We're not cutting that out. It's Walk Jog. WALKJOG. A married duo with dreamy, introspective music. Their new single, Fading Away, is out now. Follow them on Spotify and Instagram at Walk Jog Band. Walk Jog, huh? Go to holler.baby/Chris D'Elia. Yeah. I saw this tour. Bro, dude. Oh, it's not pulling up. That sucks. I can look it up. The Man in the Arena tour, it's called. The Man in the Arena tour. How about how the Man in the Arena is that's Theodore Roosevelt, right? Who said that? The Man in the Arena? I don't know. But him rolling over in his grave about this. Here it is.
Roosevelt once said,
yeah, Theodore Roosevelt.
The credit belongs to the man.
This is one of those quotes that everyone fucked up. Hey, it was great. It's like you had to keep it to yourself, though. Now you got guys at the gym going, hey, yo, I'm actually the man in the arena and everyone else is just peanuts. And it's like, no, dude, you just did fucking lat pull downs. One day only. Look at this. New commercials for Man in the Arena tour look and feel like a movie trailer, this says.
The arena.
It's going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm going to go to that one. Dan Fleischman, Operation Blackside. You're invited.
Whose face is marred by dust.
Look, they just used Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt literally in his coffin right now, like, motherfucker. If I could get out of here. I'm haunting people, dude. When I get dead, I'm haunting the shit out of people. Not how I meant it. That's me. You're misunderstanding the podcast. Oh, no. That's me, dude. You watching the fucking podcast wrong. Or my stand-up. It's actually much different than the classic George Carlin bit. It's the same, maybe it's the same what do you call it? Theme, but it's completely different. Don't be so pea-brained. Not how I meant it. Dude, just the autistic ghost. People just like the other ghosts are like, I'm gonna go get the guy who's fucking my wife now, and I'm gonna possess him so I could live like the old days. Not me. I'm going to make sure everybody's watching my podcast correctly. I wish I threw away. I wish I got rid of the page, and now all those things are uploaded still, and I can't get them off because I'm a ghost. Ooh. I wish I disabled my YouTube page. Ooh. You're using Cooter wrong. I created bitch, not Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber misspoke once on a late night TV show, and it sounded like he said it, and then everyone gave credit to him. But it was me. It's not Sosa bitch, it's bitch. Okay, anyway.
Who knows the great enthusiasms,
But yeah, I'm haunting motherfuckers. Boo.
the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause.
Dude, how about old audio? You know? Like dude, the fact that you can hear your like account manager from fucking Chase Bank every week on his goddamn podcast, Crystal Clear, talking about, world issues. But Theodore Roosevelt is,
But that's what back in the United States, it asks not what you in your country is what you small step. On the bacon and eggs.
did he say bacon and eggs? Old audio, fuck, they must be so mad they lived then. Because now they're just immortalized like you know what I mean? Like honestly, toddlers.
If it weren't for the man in the, bacon and eggs.
Did he say bacon and eggs? No, it's just the audio, dude. Anyway, I'm trying to listen to my fucking branch manager at Chase Bank's podcast. I can hear it crystal clear. It's got good audio. My dream, and it's like, Jesus, dude, the greatest orator of all time. One time I asked ChatGPT who was more influential, Martin Luther King Jr. or Chris D'Elia, and dude, ChatGPT shit on me so hard. And then I said, okay, fine, but who can work a room better? ChatGPT shit on me so hard. And I said, take civil rights out of it. Who do you think's more influential? And they still shit on your boy so hard. I said, what about when it comes to laugh? You know what? I should have actually asked that. I don't know if I asked it. What about when it comes to laughs? Whatever, dude. But I'm just saying, And your cousin has a podcast about pizza that comes out every week, and it's crystal clear. Sounds like he's in your head. Dude, you have to listen to some slut on OnlyFans every week. Just on a couch, not even with one of these mics, with a fucking mic she's holding like this shit, And the fact that you got to hear it sucks. It sucks that Martin Luther King Jr. was back then, and some lady putting a ping pong ball in her pussy. We have to hear her every week, crystal clear. Judge not by the color of the... So what I did the other day was I fucked 9 guys. Not by the color of my skin. And I just ate like a whole pizza. It was freaking hilarious. Anyway, we're brought to you by Helix Mattress. You get 20% off your mattresses. And fucking Martin Luther King Jr. had to get fucking buffed in the head. Crazy, dude. Just nuts. We all went out the other night and it was fucking crazy. Oh my God. And we met up with Brent and fucking JFK got his wig pushed back. Life's fair? No, dude. But, it is what it is, though. You know what? It's also how you feel about it. too. You know, God, you can poison yourself all day by just sitting and thinking. Or you could just operate from gratitude and have a great day. Bro, I was in my head getting all pissed off. I had crazy, stupid dreams last night. Bad ones. Not nightmares, but just ones that made me feel uncomfortable. Like about life, you know. Ran into some of my enemies. And, gave them a mouthful and then felt bad about it. And then woke up and I was like, what am I doing? And then and then I was thinking about that all day. And then I'm sitting there and I'm realizing as I'm thinking about this, my son is talking to me about his toy automaton. And I click in and I'm like, and he's like, isn't that crazy that the notes do like this and that? And sometimes when they have faces, when the automaton is black, the eyes are white. And when the automaton is white, the eyes are black. And then to make a girl automaton, they put hair on it. And I'm just like, I'm missing it, dude. I'm missing it. I'm thinking of my enemies when my son is talking. It's not good. And it's okay. We're going to have good days and bad days. But by God, if my son is telling me about his toy, I need to stop thinking about my enemies. First of all, don't even have enemies. Whoops. Fucked that up. Got some enemies. Okay? But I'm just like in that world of like, that's how I was wronged. And then this slighted. And then why was that person rude to me earlier? And my son is just being the reason, right? I'm just all cooped up in my own bullshit, thinking about things that, first of all, don't matter. And second of all, already happened. While I'm sitting next to the reason. Do you know what I mean? What are we doing? And we all do that. We all do that. Our fucking work day and this and that, and you go home, you bitch to your wife, you take it out on your kids or whatever the fuck it is, and you're taking it out on the reason. You're bitching at the reason, dude. That is so crazy that we will do that. I learned a lot watching The Penguin. I just finished it. And I'm like, dude, he's a monster, but he chose to be, right? He didn't have to actually do all those things. Yes, it was hard growing up, but he came from a place where he felt like he wasn't given his due because his kids or his brothers were getting more attention than he was. So he let his brothers die, and the mom knew all along that that's what happened, even though the Penguin thought, I got away with it. That whole thing is cancer. When he could have just not done that, had a beautiful life, not run with crime, with a bunch of criminals, and had a family. Okay. Well, I'm not the Penguin. Sometimes when I'm on the couch in my head, after I have weird dreams, I'm a little bit the Penguin, but I have to remember I'm not the Penguin. It all means so much, dude. I hope, honestly, I don't have to haunt you while you're watching this fucking podcast. I hope you just get it. Oh, I forgot I was talking about this fucking Man in the Arena tour.
At best, if he wins.
Created to serve businessmen, married men, modern men.
Goals of high achievement.
What if one day,
And if he
it
fails,
says, held the power to transform your business, your marriage, your children, your health, your leadership, your legacy, your life, it says, joined by world-leading men's movements.
so that his place shall never be. with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat.
You know, it is pretty crazy because it'd be funny, by the way, if they couldn't sell out arenas. But the whole thing is, it is kind of, it is, you know, as much as, God, people are going to eat this shit up, right? I mean, there'll be a lot of fun. This is one of those things, there'll be a lot of making fun of it on the internet. But honestly, it will go, it will go ham on people's lives. Like, they'll be there just like fucking changing and shit, you know? Just fucking straight up changing. Yeah. I'll do a tight 5 in front of those guys. Oh man. There's still the Ja Rule 50 Cent feud. There's an update. This shit's been going on for longer than 2 decades. Ja Rule had a lot to say about 50 Cent. This is from Complex this weekend, but not limited to suck my dick and I already ate your lunch. Sbully. At one point on Sunday, as we've generously included below via an assortment of screenshots. Oh, let's just look at the screenshots. Oh, he tweeted. Bro, tweeting is like, what? Oh, you have fingers? That's all you're saying. I have fingers. Wow. He said, suck my D, you bitch ass N. I already ate your lunch. Shut up. It's a bully. Then somebody said, 50 ain't gonna let this slide. He said, he got shot 9 times and did nothing. Stop glazing this clown. Wow. Wow. Then he wrote, 50 Cent, until you do something to the N that shot you, you can't troll no more. Handle your business, chump, LMAO. Wow. Oh, there's a lot more. I did not realize that there's a lot more. Hold on. Oh, wow. This started. Okay. Oh. What the fuck? So I guess Ja Rule said, God, it's amazing to see Ja Rule tweet something and then just have 19 likes. All right, say I'm lying. I dare you. He said he had to talk Yayo out of telling you can't make this shit up. I guess he's mad about something he did. And then he put a picture of it. Somebody said post the paperwork. It's been over a decade. And somebody said he ended Murder Inc., which was Ja Rule's company. And he said, you're right. He told the feds Murder Inc. had him shot and they put us under federal indictment. What the fuck? Yeah, this is weird. I don't like, just Twitter is fucking, to put, like, dude, handle your business, dude. Nobody knows if anything's real or fake anymore. So just deal with it personally. Can't we go back to where somebody, like, remember Tupac and Biggie, dude? Come on, man. Tupac and Biggie ran so Ja Rule could fly? I don't think so.
Hey, how you doing today?
Chilling.
Yes, sir. What's your name and where you from?
Yeet from the world.
Yeah, the world is definitely in the house. Stop playing with them. Yes, sir. Describe your fit right quick.
You hear me?
Said nothing.
Ring it.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Ringstone.
Jesus. You see everything, man. Chrome to the dome.
Both of these guys, dude. I know Yeet is wildly popular, and I don't know his music, and that's on me because I know he's, you know, good and hot and killing it. and I'm out of the thing. I'm not like saying, "Oh, hey, this." I'm what I'm saying is, I don't know this, and I should. But what I am saying is, both of these guys are saying nothing. How come rappers? Have you ever heard like rappers in interviews? The only person worse at interviews is Robert De Niro. It's just like, hey, rappers, you talk so much on your songs. What the fuck are you talking about when you're sitting on a couch? De Niro gives a more... De Niro, during an interview. So, De Niro, how you feel? This is De Niro during an interview. Yeah, man. It's fun. He's basically Yeet.
Valencia.
Man.
You see the shades, everything. If you give anybody a styling tip, what would it be?
Be extraterrestrial.
Ooh, okay.
And phenomenal.
Damn, talk your talk.
Who? I mean, the two guys, dude. No.
Rather have a partner with style or funds?
I love everything.
It's political, dude, even when it comes to funds or style.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite song right now?
Every song.
Political! And the guy goes, damn.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite meal?
Every meal.
Oh, my. Now it's a thing. By the way, honestly, I would do this with Calvin. And it would be, he would think it was so fun. And I would be like, this is beautiful. But like, it's like not my thing. And these two grown adults are just doing it.
What's your zodiac sign?
Every song.
Oh, dude, I actually like this. These guys.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you, brother. Hold up. What's your zodiac sign?
Every sign.
That's great, dude. These guys are great. I really like them. Wow, they really flipped me on the end. The ending was the thing that really flipped me. Thank you. These are the guys that did the... Oh, yeah, these guys always get some fucking interviews. Who is this guy? Who's the guy? The People Gallery. How do they find these motherfuckers, Rihanna and Willem Dafoe. Giancarlo Esposito, remember this one?
Well, how are you?
Fine. What's your name and where you from?
Giancarlo Esposito from Italia, New York, baby.
Oh, NYC. Stop playing with them. Damn.
That's
We
right.
see your fit. Describe it right quick.
What's that?
Describe your outfit.
My outfit?
Uh-huh.
Zane your top. Got a little zip, keep me warm.
Wait, hold on. Let's watch the Rihanna one.
Hey, how you doing?
Because we already watched that one. Damn. Wait, what happened? I want to see. Oh, here it is.
Hey, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm very, very good. Very proud.
What's your name and where you from?
My name is Robert-Rihanna Fenty. I'm from Barbados.
Woo! Barbados is in the house. Stop
Yes,
playing with her.
currently residing in the U.S.
Beijing Queen.
Immigrant gang, let's go.
Let's go. We see your fit. Describe it today.
I am wearing a little bit of the odd collection that just previewed
Ooh, damn.
on the runway.
Okay.
With Fashion Week,
Everything.
baby.
We see everything.
Absolutely.
We see the accessories. Jeez. Okay, mom. Number one, mom. Okay.
Check it out. These are all borrowed. I have to give these back late in
It's
2
all good.
hours.
It's all good. Okay. If you give anybody a styling tip, what would it be?
I would say wear what works for your body.
Uh-huh.
Wear what is authentic to your attitude.
Damn, this
to your
this
personality, because
cool.
A lot of people don't get the opportunity to dive into who you are, spend enough time with you to figure out who you are.
Ah,
And I
she's
think-
smart. We get it, Riri, dude. She's very eloquent. She knows what's up, dude, Riri. Wow. Too bad she's part of the Illuminati. But anyway, if I, just kidding. Dude, everyone thinks that everybody's part of the Illuminati. I fucking wish I was in the Illuminati, dude. Swear to God. I would do anything to be in the Illuminati. Goats, dead. Sheep, bludgeoned. Don't care. In the Illuminati. Now what do I get to do? Jizz daily? Great. Never worry about money? Okay. Birds beheaded. I'm in. Whatever you want to do, dude. I would never look at the Illuminati and be like, Illumina, not me. No, sign me up. I'm 100% in, dude. Fucking lambs, Harry carried. Put it in his fucking hoof. Do it. Make him do it. Otherwise, it's not a real Harry carry. Put it in his hoof. Get the tape. Get duct tape. Put the knife on the hoof, and then just fucking operate the hoof manually from up near his shoulder blade. I know they don't have shoulders, but you know what I'm saying. Up there. There we go. That's Harry carry. Good. Now, do I get to jizz daily? How much money do I get now that I'm in the Illuminati? I mean, I got invited to one of those sex parties once. I mean, this was... I was seeing this chick. I'm barely seeing her, but... And she was like, will you come with me to one of those parties? And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, the parties where everyone fucks each other. And I was like, yo, those exist for real? Like, I was like 32, maybe. I don't know. And she was like, yeah, I go. And I was like, get out. She's like, yeah, I go with people. Sometimes I go with people who are like well-known, so you don't have to worry about it. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, you could wear a mask. And I'm like, yeah, I'll look like a bird. I'll still be, it'll still be, hey, look, it's Crystalia with a mask on. Hey, it's the guy from NBC with the dick nose face thing. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. I only saw her like twice, but she was definitely into one of those. Oh, just stroking. I'd be the guy in the chair, just alone. I don't want people to recognize me. Just in the curtains, holding the curtains over me. Just while I'm just stroking, just me. No, it's actually not me. Him. Fuck. I'm out of here. You can't leave until it's over. Oh, shit. So yeah. I don't know, man. All I'm saying is it's hot. One more thing.
This lovely couple has ordered $137
Which we order all the time, food all
for
the
the
time.
45 minutes they've been here, and they are refusing to pay.
Oh, man. This guy's face is going to be so red at the end of this.
Using the pay. We said we didn't get the pork chops that is on there. Call the piece up here.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We
'Cause
never
you
said
ain't
we wouldn't
something
get her.
now.
Oh, our money's
So I
gone.
want everybody to hear
My
this.
husband is a disabled veteran. He works a job as well. We got plenty of money. We're not refusing to pay.
No, listen.
We said we are refusing to pay for the pork chops we never got.
This is what I want from y'all.
Uh-huh.
I will not be bullied in my own restaurant.
Uh.
Come in here.
You
and
bullying
want
a
free food
customer.
of any kind.
Free
So
food.
this is what I want from y'all. I want y'all to walk out the door and don't ever come in this restaurant again.
Oh, we won't. We wasn't planning.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We're just asking what we did not get to be taken off the bill. That's all.
The pork chops we didn't receive, that's what I was asking you to take off. Just like anything else that you don't receive, you wouldn't pay for, right?
When they were fried
They brought
hard,
them out.
when she brought them out, they were fried hard. She said, "Do you want something else in the place?" He said, "Well, yeah, give her the steak." And she took the pork chops back, and that's all we're asking for.
You saw the guy's face. You know, don't publicly shame. You better be 100% certain. Wow. Well, he'll probably, well, you know what? I feel bad for everybody involved always. So go crunk yourself. That's too bad. Okay. Go get tickets. I'll be in everywhere. Crystalia.com. I'm going to be in Florida, St. Louis. I booked that. I got Denver coming up. So go check out my tour. I'm loving it. I'm having a good time. And join the Patreon, patreon.com/Crystalia. Appreciate you guys.